When you were offered The Mandalorian, did you have any say on the episodes that you got to direct, or was it sort of like, would you like to direct The Mandalorian, and here's what you will do if you say yes?
I had gone down to visit Favreau on the set of season 1 Mandalorian because everyone was talking about the volume technology. I love Star Wars and I love Favreau. So when season 2 came about, John called and said, would you like to come down to an episode? I was like, yeah, absolutely. It was the second episode of season 2 that I originally signed on for. And John had written sort of a rough script, and then I fleshed the script out and we worked on it together. And then that was the first one we shot for season 2. It wasn't the first episode aired, but it was the second episode aired. It was the first one we shot, and they were psyched about it. And they had this finale coming up, which all he said was, there's going to be sort of a big swing in the finale. I was like, what do you got going on? And he said it's going to be a very emotional episode. And then he sort of talked me through what it was about. And I read the script. I was like, absolutely, I'm doing this. We had already started, I think, working on the script and formulating Quantumania. But it was still early on, and we had time. It was like, I cannot pass up this chance.
Because obviously you got to work with the volume technology. How much was it when you were on set directing The Mandalorian, where you were like, oh, I'm using this on Quantumania?
Well, it was the technology I wanted to know about, right? And I wanted to see, how it worked and sort of how it could be applied. So I didn't necessarily specifically think, but it was definitely in the back of my mind, we're going to do Quantumania, and we have to render the quantum realm vividly. There were things that I wanted to do, but I wasn't sure that the volume technology was ready for it. What it was great about on Mandalorian is, shooting these great location backdrops and then putting out there, and it feels very photoreal. But we were going to be creating digital backdrops, some based on real photography, but it was a different thing altogether. And we also wanted a lot of movement within those screens. So we ended up, using the volume technology. It was great for certain environments, but not necessarily right for other ones. There's also just size and shape things that sometimes our sets are too big for the volume. So we would use partial sets. So it was definitely one of the tools we used in our toolkit. And the actors love it, right? Because they get to see a version of what they're going to see in the movie. And, the interactive lighting is obviously great, but it's great. The actors love it. But it's not always the right tool. But I liked it because we wanted to create all these different parts of the quantum realm that had to look and feel differently. So it was cool to have some that were and some that weren't.